Hey there, people of the internet. Fancy meeting you here. I'm sorry to say this won't exactly be a bright and cheerful vid. I've been a paladin for quite a long time, and I've seen many different types of abuse, traumatization, and cyberbullying attacks throughout the years. When the paladins were reformed, an old friend of mine introduced me to the most psychotic, dangerous, and condensed pit of online toxicity that I'd ever seen: Kiwifarms. Kiwifarms is a seriously disgusting place that has their foot in most online conflict and drama. They show no remorse nor mercy for any of their victims and seem to lack any kind of basic human empathy or decency to speak of. Kiwifarms seems to operate under the idea that if you become their target, you're as bad as the devil itself. I've heard many reports of them being involved with all kinds of things like IP grabbing, doxing, long-term harassment and abuse, and even some less solid reports of them trying to sabotage victims in real life. They are the core of the toxic and unrelenting nature of cancel culture, and a disgusting perversion on everything the paladins stand for and believe in. I'm sure you're interested in some particular examples of their influence and its effects. Let's start with something semi-recent, the Susie Lou controversy. During that whole escapade, the person under fire, Susie, was doxxed. She and her boyfriend immediately jumped on a drama channel that had been particularly critical of her called The Quartering, and sent their fans after this channel as well. In truth, a paladin on the inside told me it was people on Kiwifarms who hacked and doxed her. The drama channel wouldn't even call him by name when defending himself. It just kept bringing up a particular forum, so I had a suspicion and checked. So no, I'm not claiming everyone the Kiwifarms targets is a complete saint. What I am claiming is that their treatment and actions towards their targets are immoral, sadistic, and only serve to make any given situation worse. Moreover, if the case of the indie developer Chloe Segal is any indication, they have no problem trying to drive their victims to suicide. And in that case, they succeeded. As far as I'm concerned, this makes them more psychotic, more dangerous, and an even bigger threat to the world than most conventional killers or criminals. Now, what brought them into the Paladin's field of view? We have always fought in the name of kindness, empathy, positivity, and the protection of innocence and emotional vulnerability. Eventually, we faced someone that was too strong for us at the time. One by one, each of the members turned against the Paladins, either by their own volition or eventually by sheer peer pressure. The group fell apart into nothing, and one of those former members ended up becoming part of the Kiwifarms. Given their disdain for fandoms and people-loving characters, they became part of the group of Kiwi farmers targeting waifuism. They did a lot of things they would come to regret during that time. But eventually, they came to realize the pain they were causing and left to join Sun 48, the main group of waifuists at the time brave enough to fight back rather than trying to run away and shell themselves away from any naysayers. Eventually though, Sun 48 collapsed, and that's when the former Paladin remembered us. They were able to track me down right as I was trying to at least reform a protected server for the scared and innocent. When I heard of waifuism, I was overjoyed such a place existed. I've never been able to describe how truly special my significant other is to me, and so many people have said and done so many awful things just because I love someone different. The simple fact that I'm not the only one warmed my heart in a really special way. Then I started hearing about the kind of things Kiwifarm has been doing to the members of waifuism, and I knew I couldn't turn away. Kiwifarmers have said all kinds of terrible things to waifuists, as well as trying to dox and expose them, and to top it all off, they are specifically and intentionally sending not safe for life art of characters to the waifuists that love them, in an attempt to shatter their hearts and end their love of that character forever. This is unforgivable, and exactly what the Paladins were created to stop. I'd like to call particular attention to these three, as they seem to be the most active and general ringleaders of this particular group of abusers. Kekyoin 1488, the apparent head of the anti-waifuist efforts in the Kiwifarms, according to the former Kiwi farmer who brought the Paladins into this. Though Kekyoin has grown a bit distant and less active in the meantime. Spartan B312, one of the most active Kiwi farmers in the anti-waifuism thread for a very, very long time, and clearly someone who couldn't appreciate another's joy if it punched them in the face. Lastly, Faking Gay. If I wasn't told Kekyoin was the leader of Kiwifarms' waifuist abuse efforts, I'd have assumed it was Faking Gay. They're almost as active as they are malicious. This lockdown admittedly threw some wrenches into this plan and resulted in me doing a lot of personal work trying to overcome my anxiety and procrastination issues. But I'm not going to run away or put this off anymore. Kiwi farmers, if you see this, I know you feel very strongly about the things you say and do. I don't want to deny your emotions or feelings. If you need a place to have hot takes and unleash your beasts, I applaud that Kiwifarms serves that purpose. That said, the moment you decide to take those feelings or take actions regarding those feelings outside Kiwifarms or the internet, then what you're doing is wrong and you need to be stopped.